Ihedioha'S mandate restoration has gone universal. I stood with Emeka Ihedioha before, during and after the election. I stand with him today. Whatever the outcome tomorrow, I will stand with him. It is not a bad party. There are equal number of hoodlums in all the political parties in Nigeria. It's not perfect. No human being is. He, however, presented rays of hope conspicuously absent in our political space. He's a kind of leader that inspires the youth. He does not carry the usual baggage associated with governors of my dear state. In a climate where bootlicking is a thriving industry, this proclamation is obviously not smart. If the pendulum swings against you, Ihedioha, tomorrow, go home and prepare for 2023. You are living with your integrity intact. You are living with shoulders ramrod straight. Not all of us are like the clowns who switch from one platform to another just for the sake of bread. Finally, I make bold to tell you, you are a great man. Nwa Ijara. Drawing strength from the words of Nwa Ijara, it is a well-known truism that Ihedioha led a silent revolution in the leadership of Imo State, placing a bright future for the state as a primus inter pares. Emeka Ihedioha employed a holistic approach to development, ranging from the restructuring of classroom blocks to the construction of roads, health facilities, technical colleges, amongst many other indices of good governance. As against the Bayelsa experience, Ihedioha has conducted himself in a remarkable manner since the unfortunate judgment of January 14th. He has shown a noteworthy lack of desperation for power, and like Goodluck Jonathan said, no position is worth the blood of any Imolite. Despite a series of protest marches conducted by the supporters of Ihedioha and Ndi Imo, there has been no case of confrontation or crisis. This shows that a people behave in line with the character and dictates of their leader. As tomorrow beckons on Ndi Imo, the Supreme Court would do well to bear in mind that the matter at stake is beyond Ihedioha. If the issues beyond them are ignored, they will live to haunt this country and its judicial and electoral processes for many years to come. The Supreme Court should have enough courage to do the right thing and restore sanity in Imo State. Indeed, Imo shall rise again. Imo Bukenye. Okay. So guys, people are really wondering, because everyone is really wondering that, this kind of a thing has not really come up before. After Supreme Court must have made its verdict, or, made a stand on a particular case, that people will still go back to for review. I don't know if it has happened before. Even if it had happened, I don't think it has really gone universal the way Ihedioha's case and the Imo people, the way this case is going. So if really it had happened, let us know from the comment section. But this one is really taking a different approach, and a lot of people are like, oh, what happened in Bayelsa State is normal, and it can still repeat itself, just the way APC was really dealt with, and we are still paying fines for what they did, because in that case people are just trying to put them together. I don't know whether because Ihedioha or Imo State went to Supreme Court, that was why Oshomole too and his people, they say, oh, since Imo people did it, if Ihedioha or PDP could do it, then we can do the same thing. But at the end of the day, it was a show of shame. And just like this writer is talking about, even if today being the day that the review will be looked into, even if it does not favor Ihedioha, but that he has left that legacy, to be able to challenge things constructively, that it does not matter, you should just go and prepare. But one thing that is pertinent that you cannot take away from this whole thing, one thing that is pertinent is that the Imo people love Ihedioha. They prefer him. From all ramifications, they prefer him. There is no doubt about it. And to the extent that international communities are really interested in knowing what happened, that somebody who took the fourth position is now being declared as the winner because of some shenanigans and technicalities that the Supreme Court, that was brought before them. And try to relate it with what happened in Bayelsa State. It's really a different ballgame entirely. You could see that it was the APC themselves that really, that did this thing to themselves. They did a disservice to themselves, and that shows that the party is not being truthful. The party is not what it's been proclaiming or projecting itself to be, and we know that. We know that all the promises here and there are just watch. They are not just the reality we see on ground. They talk about integrity. It's really, really, really far from A to Z. It's really, really, really far from what they are saying. So if they could not do things rightly even within their party to screen them, it's not as if they are even fighting or they are really working with other groups or other opposition, or there's opposition in their party. If they could not do the right thing, then it shows that a lot of things that are happening in this country, they brought it upon themselves, but they would like to shift the blame back to the masses. So they couldn't even take care of their own internal problem, and they brought it to the limelight because they believe that it is a business as usual. They are in power, they can do and undo. Nobody at all. Nobody brought all this upon themselves. They did themselves. So it's not something that you will need to compare with what is happening or what happened in Imo State. And just like this writer said, advising Ihedioha, irrespective of how it's going to go, that he should just take it. But I hope that the judgment could favor him, and let's see what will happen. But one thing, just like I said, and one thing everybody is aware of, is that the people in that state accepted that man, and the APC man that is there, you could see that they don't even like him. And right from the day Ihedioha came on board, they've been singing his praises. And one thing is that they don't even want APC. That's another thing. They don't even want APC in that state because they know what they went through in the hand of a Rochas Okorocha. They know what they went through, so they don't want a repeat of that. But one thing is that all these leaders, whether you are from a party B or party A, is for you to bring a new change, a positive one at that. Because when people will be saying, oh, this present administration talked about a change, but people failed to ask that what kind of change are you talking about? But now we can see the change, and the change is in the negative. Is in a negative way, which is not really favorable to everybody. But it could be favorable to those who are having appointments, because those they are different species, so they know what they are going for. But in a real sense, those who are not really economical with the truth, they will know that what we have now is nothing to go by. So if people are coming, you do your best, because this trend that that has been going on. Because the whole thing, because that's why people always say politicians are the same. Politicians are the same because people always have a high expectation concerning new leaders that are coming up. But as soon as they spend 1 year, 2 years, it's a different ball game entirely. And I know a lot of people could really bear witness with what's happened during Rochas Okorocha's time. Even maybe in his first and second year, maybe things did not even go the way it went during his 7th to 8th years. Maybe you people can really testify to that, because they will come as as good people or as good persons, but at some point they will begin to show their real self, and which people are always get disappointed most times, almost every time, even whether at the local level, at the state level, and at the center or the federal level. So I don't know when we are going to be out of this trend, out of all this mediocrity, out of things working abnormally. And we are used to it. It's a pattern. It's a pattern which is making us not to move forward, even as a people. And it's very, very unfortunate. Honestly, unfortunate. So what we are trying to say is that how Ihedioha'S his mandate, has gone universal. Everybody's just interested, because it's like something that had never happened before. It just happened, and people are like, wow, could this really happen? Could this really have happened in the first place? How come? And for the way the Imo people came as standing by this man, that this is the man we voted for, this is the man we want. And it has created a lot of awareness, and a lot of people are really interested in all of this. And I think the way and manner to which the Imo people came out in their numbers, I think that's one of the reasons why this issue of Ihedioha'S case has gone viral, and not only in Nigeria, outside the country. So guys, let us hear your take. What you think that has really made all this Ihedioha'S mandate to have gone universal? Leave your comments below and let's have your take.